Sisters, sisters.
It's a sister thing. Ding. Oh,
Thank
so you
you.
do it when we're distance.
Yeah, when we're distance, I'm like missing you. So like I want to do weird stuff like that. But
Okay,
when
that makes me feel really rude.
what?
That's rude.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm just being honest because like I feel too claustrophobic sometimes when we're together. So this is better for our relationship.
Yes, and then you put your legs on top of me in your sleep, but you're the one that's claustrophobic.
Sleeping's different. Sleeping's different. And you know sleeping's different for me. Exactly. Actually, when we had a sleepover in Florida, yeah, a couple weeks ago, a week ago. I woke up in the, well, I woke Jillian up in the middle of the night because I banged my head on her back because I thought it was a wall. And I used to
Like
do that in college all the time. I would,
I'm literally turned like this, peacefully sleeping. All of a sudden, she goes like this and throws her head into my back. And I literally go, ow. And I was like, ow, ow, that actually really hurt. And she goes, yeah, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt in the morning.
but I obviously had no idea I was saying or doing these things, but I used to do it in college and I would actually wake up after banging my head against the wall. And I'd be like, why the hell did I just chuck my head on the wall? So I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that further. But
Hold up,
I'm not sleepwalking because people sleepwalk and that's scary. I don't think I want to be with a sleepwalker in my.
there's like people that sleepwalk inside their house, which like I think is scary already. But then those people that like sleepwalk and then like go down their street or like leave their house like that's crazy. I no.
No, like
Thank
people have sleepwalked and like gotten in a car. Like that's concerning.
Oh, that's really concerning.
We're concerned. That made me think of Harry Potter. We watched a lot of Harry Potter this weekend, and Luna is like sleepwalks, and she's like, "That's why I sleep with my shoes because I'm always sleepwalking."
I
So,
literally just watched that part the other day.
which one is that? What movie is that?
I think that's the
That's
sixth.
six.
Hmm.
Yeah, six is a good one. Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell everyone what Harry Potter house you're in.
I'm in Ravenclaw.
Okay. And
And
no
she
one's
doesn't
really
believe me. And I took the test 3 times
dating.
because the first time I wasn't really paying attention. I just wanted an answer because Jenna and her big Lexi,
Shout
shout
out
out,
Lexi. What?
we just did the same thing. We know we both said it at the same time.
Oh,
Whatever. Anyways, we're sitting in Harry Potter line for the ride at Universal, and they're talking about how they're both Hufflepuffs. And I just felt
she's
really
not
left.
Hufflepuff. She's Gryffindor. You don't listen. You don't listen because that wasn't what happened. We remember it very differently. So that's
I
fine.
thought you both said you were Hufflepuffs.
No, and Lexi's going to comment on this and say, I'm not a Hufflepuff, I'm a Gryffindor. So,
Okay, whatever. The point of the story is just I felt really left out. So I was just clicking through buttons, and then I said my answer, which was Ravenclaw.
but you just
And
did, you clicked through buttons.
yes,
You're
so then I
supposed
was
to.
like, oh, wait, I should take it again. So I did. And the second time, I was a Hufflepuff. And then I did it a third time and I was a Ravenclaw. So Ravenclaw wins.
Okay, that's fine. You can be a Ravenclaw. Again, I'm a Hufflepuff, obviously, because I'm so kind. But
My
and
friend's giving me his wand. How about that?
what are you going to do with it?
Zap you into a different
You're gonna
universe.
zap me from afar. That's fun. Anyway, what's
Um,
something like fun you did this week since we've been apart?
well, I started classes last semester. Let's go. Um, but when on my flight back home, I like got an Uber to come back to my house, and I left my Apple Air Max. Oh my God, I can't talk. Air Max headphones in the back of my Uber,
And Max headphones.
the ones that are literally freaking really expensive.
These
Anyways,
fat, chunky ones.
yeah, the fat chunky ones, they're mint green, the color of my bed. But yeah, so I realized it at 4:30 in the morning when my roommate's cat licked my face, and I was like, where are my headphones? I don't know. You know when you just like wake up sometimes and you just like think to go and
Yeah,
do something, even
you
though it's
just
four
like
in the morning?
remember something.
Yeah. So then I'm texting the guy. He's not answering at all. And it wasn't at 4 in the morning when I was texting him. But anyways, and then he had still wasn't answering, and it's now Tuesday. He claimed he has them and he won't give them back.
He's just not going to give them back.
I guess I don't know. But he's like keeps coming up with excuses to like meet up. He's like, "Oh, I'm babysitting. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm doing that." And I'm like, "You're so weird. You're so
He's
weird."
a babysitting Uber driver who wants
I
to.
guess.
You might
And
never
he's
get
like,
him back. You should call Uber. I actually can call Uber for you.
"Well, I tried calling Uber and it was only allowing me to like schedule a ride
Mm,
because I wasn't like a business person, so I couldn't." Yeah, it was so weird. I don't know.
interesting. You can like report your driver through the app though.
I did, but I'm also scared that he's gonna me. So
Okay, well, now he's gonna watch this and maybe he will come after you because you're talking poorly on him and you're telling everyone he sucks. So what's
no,
his
I
name?
actually
Let's
never
just
said he
say
sucked.
his name. Well, he sucks if he's a babysitting Uber and didn't give you your headphones back.
This is true.
If you're Ubering and babysitting, you should have enough money to buy headphones. Okay.
You would think so. Did
You
you
would,
do anything fun this week?
well, yeah, we had a snow day in Tennessee. So we had a fun day on Friday. But before I came back too, I had something funny happen at the airport where like I was like very nervous. Well, I wasn't nervous. I was nervous. I was sitting reading my book at the bar at like a table, and these two guys like bought me a drink through the waitress, which is very kind and very appreciated. But then they were like, "Oh, come sit with us," and I was like, "Ah." Now I have to go sit with them because they're staring at me. And the lady just brought me a glass of wine, but it ended up being super fun, and they were just like two friendly guys. Like they weren't hitting on me. Never gonna see them again, but it was just funny. Like, why can't everyone be this nice? Like, I don't like.
Or like that, like not like creepy.
Right, not
Like,
creepy or also
why
like
can't guys be not creepy is what I'm trying
why
to say.
can't we be friends?
That's a
Like
song by Ariana Grande.
like why can't we be friends with whoever? Like they were like comfortable and confident enough to be like, yo. And like that's like a good turn on. But like,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. I guess it could have been weirder if they were like weirder. Like if
Well,
someone just
when
if
you
it was
were
a 6-year-old man that sent me a drink, I'd been like, this is a little funky.
thanks for the drink, but I gotta go catch my flight. So I
Right. I
can't.
would have had to do a quick.
Yeah. Oh, I actually have another funny story. When I was on my plane ride back to school, this I was had this whole row to myself. I literally texted you and mom, and I was like, I got this whole row, blah blah, blah. Like, oh, it's my lucky day.
Right.
5 seconds before we take off, this lady who's absolutely bombed. And that's all great and dandy for me, but like for you, but like for me, the smell of alcohol when I'm not drinking actually makes me want to hurl.
Hmm.
And I was also having a lot of anxiety before the takeoff. Then this lady goes, "Do you want me to hold your hand?" I said, "I'm literally have my headphones on watching Harry Potter before we're getting on the runway." And she's like, "Do you want me to hold your hand?" And I was like, "Oh no, like that's okay." And then she goes, "No, like can you hold my hand though?" And I said, "Sure." She grabs my hand and then drops it and goes,
Weird.
"I'm just gonna wait till take off." Then closes her eyes and then she goes, "Okay." And puts her hand out. And I was like, what the actual fuck is going on? Oh, sorry. What the heck is going on? And then, whatever, on the plane, this lady starts hitting me, like actually hitting my arm. And I'm just like watching Harry Potter again with my beautiful headphones, still hitting me. She's like, "You're
Yeah.
missing all the fun. You're missing all the fun." Then
Like what fun could possibly be
she's
going
playing
on?
with some random girl's baby.
I can't
That's
believe someone let her hold a baby.
Yeah.
Like,
So then she goes and grabs the baby that's hysterically crying, picks up the baby, starts walking the baby up and down the aisle as the pilot is literally saying, "Don't get out of your seat. We're literally experiencing high turbulence right now." and then goes and sits in her back in her seat with the stranger's baby. And
What?
then, yeah, no, I'm being so serious. Like, they did not know each other. They didn't. This lady was traveling alone
Yeah.
and was holding the random person's baby. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Like,
It was crazy.
that's like too much. I
A
would
lot.
not let a random person on a plane hold my baby, especially if they were drunk.
I would, and like, you could tell she was drunk. Like, it wasn't just like someone being like super
Yeah,
nice.
well, you said you could smell it too.
Oh, it was bad. And
So,
it's crazy too because the airport that I flew out of is New Haven. So it's like a pin drop. Like it's literally a pin drop.
yeah,
And there's no alcohol like in the airport.
there
One.
is. They just added a bar at Tweed
Wait, really? Where?
upstairs.
There's an upstairs.
Yeah, and there's like one staircase on the side and there's a bar up there. Trust me, I'm finding the bar. That's why I
Um,
I'm aware.
okay, so I guess she got hammered there. Or me, I
Yeah.
don't know. But because on
It
our flight,
happens.
it was Breezeway. So they don't give anything out to the people on the plane.
Breezeway flew out of Vela.
Yeah. Or maybe
Oh,
it was Bella.
yeah, because I didn't know of out of that Avelo airport that they flew other planes,
No,
but
I think they do fly Breezeway now, or maybe I'm getting them
um,
confused with our friend.
cool. That's good to know. Well, there's a lot of like it's funny, like so many things can happen when you're flying and like when but like also like we get anxious, but also you can be on the plane for a long time. Like when I flew back from Australia, like I was actually like I don't know how the people sitting next to me were okay with what was going on because I had to take a long sleep. So I had taken a sleeping pill and I woke up and I had a little glass of champagne, so that didn't help. And I woke up and there was food all over me. And the guy next to me was like, "Oh my God, you're alive. Like you were saying a lot of weird shit to my wife and you stole my breakfast." And I was like, no recollection. And then
You
that was,
stole their breakfast?
I guess, his looked
Yeah.
better than mine. Jillian, I don't remember. I don't remember at all. I was zonked out of it for 13 hours, but it got me to Australia or home from Australia quicker. So if you're gonna take a long flight, make sure you get that sleeping medication, but
I
don't
know.
sleep on
That's what I'm
it.
gonna have to
That's
do
the
for
doctor doesn't order that.
that's what I'm gonna have to do when I go to Ireland for spring break.
How long is that flight?
Like
7 hours?
6 hours.
That's not terrible. If it's like at a good time, like you could potentially sleep the whole time, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Take a little snooze. But the since we don't live together, we never really get to fly together anymore. Like, when's the last time oops, been on a plane together?
I don't know.
I don't think in a really long time. That's a
What
sister con.
um
Con.
wait, was it to when I came to Nashville for with mom and stuff and like that
Yeah,
girl trip?
it's 2 years ago. What's another sister con? What's
We can't
something
share our clothes.
we what?
Can't share our clothes.
Right. When we're together, we can, which is a pro.
I'm saying, well, I was saying con for like being long distance.
Right. But when we're apart, we can't share, and that's a con. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I guess like vacation.
Yeah, like we always have a buddy.
Yeah.
You always have a friend. When everyone else brings their boyfriend or girlfriend, we can always have each other. And
Yeah.
we're kind. No, sometimes like we're not as kind when we have like I feel like you're not always when you have
And neither are you.
well, I feel like you're exclusive sometimes and like you don't want me to be a part. Or maybe I just didn't feel comfortable with them. I excluded myself from the hangouts.
Yeah, there's definitely been times where I was like, okay, yeah, she's like not hanging out with me.
Okay, well, I guess it's a give
Like
and a
when
take.
I was in high, no, I'm saying like I'm agreeing with you. Like you would exclude yourself because you didn't like
Yeah, I
the
get
vibes.
Yeah, I get the
I
vibes.
feel like this was like more when I
Like
was
when we are younger
younger. Yeah,
and there's no boys, you always have someone to play with.
this is true.
Like, I don't get how people are only siblings, and that's no offense to an only sibling, because you didn't make that choice. Your
I
parents.
know. Like you have to have like a lot of friends, or like you have to have. But I don't know. There's just one person. I swear in my life, there's just one person that's an only child, and so is their parents, so they have no cousins.
Well, both of their parents are only
No,
child.
like in their grandma like didn't marry.
Wow. So that's a really small family, but you're right. Hopefully they have a lot of friends. Or
Yeah,
maybe they're like really close with their parents.
yeah, that's true.
So like it makes
But
it
I feel like we're kind of close with mom.
yeah. Shout out mom. This is
Anyway,
like sending her a power when we do that. Anyway, yeah. What's a con?
mm, what did we say the other one? Oh,
Annoying
yeah. Also, I feel like it's really hard to talk sometimes.
to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, on the phone.
Just in general, because I'm actually really bad at answering my phone when I'm here because I'll be like doing something and then I'll forget to answer.
Okay. Well, because you're calling me so much, I don't even get a chance to
How many times have I called you this week?
Um, I don't know. I have kind of been busy.
Like twice.
We haven't talked.
We also really haven't talked that much.
Yeah, we talked briefly over the weekends,
Yeah, we did a
like
little debrief.
because Jillian doesn't listen, so that's okay though, Jillian. That's
Neither
okay.
did Amy.
But like when we would have people come to our family stuff, like in Jersey or like at home, like it is a lot to come into
Oh
with
yeah.
family, especially if you are coming from an only child and then coming into us where, there's six of us in our immediate, then people's boyfriends, girlfriends, then our cousins and aunts.
I mean,
So you could feel overwhelmed. Like that's a normal thing. People feel overwhelmed. That's normal, right?
no, I think like if I wasn't in our family and like I wasn't the person I am and I came in and like came to a party or something, I would actually be like, you guys are crazy.
Yeah. No, I've heard that before.
Oh no, 100%. Well, and especially like being in Ocean City is just like a
It,
different
yeah, it's different than just like coming
like Connecticut
over
or like whatever.
because everyone's not always there.
That's
So
true. But we
different.
really do have a big family.
Mom side,
Well, yeah, mom's side. But I like me and mom were talking about the family tree the other day. I don't know why, don't ask, but
not the family tree.
no, I was actually like shocked because I was like, wait, I didn't know I had this many cousins.
Yeah,
A
like
lot of kids.
a lot of kids, a lot of kids.
But
Mm.
yeah, I feel like bringing like new people in to the fam is like always a little troublesome. Not troublesome,
It can
hard.
just feel overwhelming, and especially for like, I don't know. I feel like this is anyone's family, like or boyfriend or girlfriend. Ooh, thought I was gonna sneeze. Um, like if you're one of our boyfriends coming into the family, you might feel nervous meeting, brothers, or our brothers' girlfriends might feel nervous about meeting sisters. Like, I feel like that happens in every family. Like, that can be overwhelming to, you obviously want your boyfriend or girlfriend sibling to like you.
Yeah. I feel like we're like the best of the best that like you could ever meet as like sisters. Like we're not protective at all of our brothers.
Right. But like
And
we're
I know
not
people are sick and
protective, but
nervous.
like people can still be scared because like you're kind
Yeah, that's true. But actually wait, this is kind of weird. basically I don't know, all my ex-boyfriends, none of them had sisters.
Oh, wow.
They all have had brothers.
Yeah, I don't know if I've had a meet a sister,
I haven't had to meet a sister yet either.
like an older sister. I feel like
Yeah,
a little sister, that would be easy for us, but like someone who's your age or older, like, or just like in general, not a kid, like,
yeah, I've had to
it's like
meet
a little
like
scary.
I, but and even like
It
meeting
can be
like
like,
someone
they're
like
like really judging your every move.
yeah, or like even meeting like a person like been who's like sibling is like dating someone for a long time.
Mhm.
Like and then me coming into like that family,
Yeah.
which I've had to done. Like I actually was like more scared of that than like meeting the parents
Wow.
personally. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just because like I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like nerves really can get the best of you in those situations, but like, what advice would you say to like girls who are scared to meet like sisters, their boyfriend's
Don't
sister?
be scared. Like don't go
Really,
okay.
that's easier said than done. Yeah.
I know. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like don't go into it looking or like speaking scared. You know what I mean? Like, just be yourself, go
Yeah,
with
be
the
positive.
flow, crack a joke if you're funny. Like, for me,
But
when
like
you,
also like talk.
yeah, like, don't just sit there in the corner and like wait for like your significant other to be like,
Like
okay, it's your turn.
you have to make sure you're at least asking some questions because that's how the conversation goes. And then once, like, I feel like, once someone asks me a question, I'm like, oh, wait, I want to ask you a question, like
Yeah,
that's
just like
normal.
bounce, bouncing off back and forth, I feel like.
Yeah.
But
So
also, like,
that's
even
our advice. If anyone was,
if
anyone was
anyone was
looking for
going
it.
through it troublesome, but
I
no,
don't think, I think people my age probably aren't scared of that anymore. Maybe it's just
feel
like
like everyone always still gets scared of meeting someone's family
family. Yeah, that's true.
and like especially siblings.
Especially if
I
you're,
yeah, I feel like I'd be really scared to meet someone's sister. Like really scared.
yeah,
I don't know why.
and older, like,
Because there are some nasty girls out there.
and nasty boys.
This is true.
Don't just say girls and boys. Well, oh, oh, one other thing, uh, with family, when we were in Florida, watched the movie Yes Day. And, you
You
know,
want one now.
whoever hasn't seen that movie, okay, the parents have to say yes all day long. Okay. So they go through the car wash with all the windows down. They get to do all their hair and makeup, pick out their outfits. They make the dad eat all this food. Like they have to say yes all day long.
Literally anything you can think of. I mean, well, obviously you can't put everyone in like jail, but even though I would love to see that.
What?
What if we just got mom and dad, like we didn't actually commit a crime, but like we just like said, okay, everyone has to go spend a day in jail.
Why on earth would that be what we would do to our parents? That's what you want to ask them a yes for? I figured you'd say, "Oh, can I get a puppy?" Not, "Can you spend the day in jail?"
But I feel like
I'd
you
be like,
can't.
"Give me food. Make me food all day." Like,
Does
really.
that our mom did that our whole life.
Okay, well, I miss it. I want meals all day long.
Now it's like so funny, like being home, like my mom, it's like it's her own yesterday. She's like, "Oh, can you go get Starbucks? Or can you like put my like croissant in the microwave? Okay, can you do this? Can you take the dog out?" Like,
Well, you
whole
always,
life.
because you do that for them. So they keep asking because you always say yes. If you just said no, maybe they would stop asking.
I did say no and they still ask.
Well, you should do that for them, okay? Because you're supposed to be nice.
And you should too.
Well, they don't ask me, so I don't have to worry about that part of the story.
But I would just really, really like to see what mom and dad would be like in jail.
Yeah, I mean, probably not good considering they're in their 60s.
Well, not like actual jail, like fake jail.
Like one on a TV show? Like they're all the jails are
No,
real.
there's like um what is it called?
Just like the prison. No, no.
Yeah.
Just
That.
like when
But
you
like they have to stay in it for like at
at
least
the
like
precinct.
yeah, they have to be in it for at least 12 hours.
Oh my God, it's like morbid. Like I'm kind of gonna tell mom that you said this.
It's not like she'll go and watch it herself.
True. Okay. Are we done with this thing? Should we wrap it up? Oh, okay. I'm gonna just end it there.